I was born at the dawn of a civil war, the El Salvadorian Civil War to be precise, and men with rifles came into villages, into cities, into schools, searching for boys to fight for the left or for the right. It didn't matter what side. If you were old enough to bleed, if you were old enough to hold a gun, if your legs could run, then your soul could be conscribed and sacrificed. And by some act of divine protection, I was spared being one of those boys that was stolen, sacrificed to the war. But many boys weren't so lucky, and there's some guilt there because I survived. My family fled to the United States after one of those nights when they were rounding up people, and we thought we were escaping war, but we weren't. We were simply entering another battlefield in South Central Los Angeles. Because you see, in South Central Los Angeles, the war had different flags, different uniforms, different colors, but it was the same demonic spirit. And gangs recruited just like militias. They hunted boys the same way. They offered the same false promise, loyalty, protection, power. And once again, children were being turned into soldiers, just this time under the street lights and the downtown Los Angeles skyline that had so much promise instead of a jungle canopy. And once again, I survived it again when so many young boys didn't. Eventually, I and my family made it to Santa Monica. It's a beach town. It's calm and it's clean. And it was the first time I lived somewhere that didn't taste like blood in the air, and I thought, finally, I can leave war behind me. But now, I feel it again. And there's something in the air with the same tension, the same prelude. I know what war smells like. I know how it feels when it's near. And this time it's coming for all our souls. And not just one country, but an entire global generation. But this time I'm no longer a little boy. And I'm no longer running. There's nowhere else to run. I'm a man now. A father, a patriarch. This time, I will do everything in my power to prevent it, to preserve what we can preserve, to save who can be saved. God doesn't choose the strongest, the smartest, or the bravest. God chooses the willing, the one who's willing to answer the call. And I do this because I'm answering his call. You see, what I've built here is not merely a channel. It's not a brand. It's a prototype of meaning. It's a scalable global brotherhood. A digital rite of passage for men across the world. A metaphysical revival that speaks across continents, across wombs no one else has named. People are starting to understand. They don't see subscribers. They see civilization. They don't see views. They see spiritual hunger. They see the 4 pillars I have built. Cultural leverage. You see, I'm not selling dopamine. I am reintroducing myth to the Western identity. I'm not exploiting algorithmic outrage. I am rebuilding identity. And I speak to the men who have everything. Money, success, except purpose. And I speak to the men who have nothing. The fatherless, the exiled, the forgotten of this world. You see, this is not self-help because self-help is just not enough. This is sacred resurrection. My videos are spreading in the US and Mexico, in the UK, Ireland, Sweden, Norway, Australia, Belarus. Because this is not a fluke. This is spiritual resonance. This is asabiya, civilizational cohesion rediscovered through screen and symbol. When others fail to cross cultural borders, this movement crosses spiritual ones. You see, I'm not just creating content. I'm creating doctrine. It's a living philosophy, a system of meaning wrapped in story, symbol, structure. It speaks in the sacred language of archetypes that men across cultures intuitively recognize. The warrior, the protector, the crucified son, the one who bleeds for others, the magician, the seer, the guide, the one who communes with the invisible, the lover, the one who feels, the one who suffers, the one who awakens beauty in a dead world, and the king, the sovereign, the builder of order, the father of nations, and at the apex, the Holy Trinity, the integration of them all into a resurrected masculine identity. This is an abstract philosophy. I systematized it. I've ritualized it. Every man who enters this world goes through a structured experience of initiation and revelation. Through the Score app, they discover their archetypes, their starting point on the path. Through the Discord, they enter the Brotherhood, a sacred brotherhood where the doctrine breathes and grows. And through Substack, they receive regular insight, not fluff, but fire. And through long-form content, through books, through live pilgrimage, through creating new business venture, they are transformed. Intentionally, it mirrors the exact structures of early civilizational revival. The difference now is, this one scales instantly, globally, and organically. And it already is. I'm not building this on clickbait, rage bait, or sponsor dependency. I am building it through systems that deepen the mission. Video monetization, books and sacred merchandise, initiation events in major cities, pilgrimage and sacred guides, a subscription model that binds rather than distracts, new business ventures, initiations across media and culture. And I will scale this not through manipulation, but through mission. Because spiritual gravity is more powerful than any ad spend. If you understand what this truly is, if you can see beyond the content into the kingdom that wants to be born, then perhaps you are meant to play a role in it. And perhaps you are meant to participate in the blessing that follows. This is not the rise of a creator. This is the remembrance of a calling.